African Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, and people of European ancestry lived here together. And for that time in the 1940s, that was not the norm.
Hey, Urban Roots listeners, Dekla here.
And Vanessa, and we are back with a trailer for another series that we're working on, all about the lost city of Vanport.
Located on attractive farmland between Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, Oregon, Vanport was meant to be a temporary wartime housing project for the workers of the Kaiser shipyards and their families.
I came to Oregon in 1943 to work in Kaiser shipyard, like thousands or more people did.
The rumor was you could make more money in 1 hour than you could all day long at hard labor in Oklahoma.
The contrast of what he was being paid was just day and night.
Vanport not only offered well-paying jobs, but affordable housing, which was a lifeline, in particular for Japanese Americans who had been incarcerated during the war. After the US government unjustly confiscated their properties and rounded them up into camps, these folks had no homes to return to. Vanport was where working-class people, Japanese Americans, Black Americans, white Americans, and Indigenous Americans, could make a new life and community. And unlike in most of the US, in Vanport, these folks all lived together in close proximity.
In Portland, segregation was the law. But the mayor, he said, I don't have to follow that law.
They didn't have black schools and white schools like they did where I came from.
And we just played together, all of us.
And that was like an experiment. And they made it work. It was home.
But in 1948, tragedy struck this unique community.
Army Corps of Engineers and the city of Portland told us that the dykes were safe. And we took them at their word.
All of a sudden, one kid came in, ran up to the front and said the dike broke.
So I grabbed my little boy, went back and got in my car, was yelling, no, the dike broke, you better get out.
The water was coming. We were driving as fast as we could. People were running and screaming.
She said, I saw a wall of water coming.
And I realized how close we were to being washed away.
8 years ago, a nonprofit named Vanport Mosaic formed to collect residents' and descendants' oral histories. You've heard their voices throughout this trailer.
Every year, Vanport Mosaic puts on a festival on Memorial Day weekend to commemorate the flood and Vanport itself, with art, music, panel discussions, and tours. This year marks the 75th anniversary.
We are collaborating with this impactful organization to turn these oral histories into a series of podcasts, exploring the Black, Japanese, and Indigenous American experiences of Vanport.
The Urban Roots podcast team is literally on planes as we speak, en route to the Vanport Mosaic Festival. We'll be there all weekend collecting tape and interviewing residents. And we'd love to see you there.
Yes, we would.
If you live in the Portland or Vancouver area, please come out.
And if our plea isn't enough, then maybe former Vanport resident Ed Washington can convince you.
You should go to the Vanport Mosaic projects, all the things that they do on every day. If you have any thoughts in your mind about what Vanport was like, this is your opportunity. And this is how you can really support, honestly, one of the greatest cities that ever existed in the state of Oregon.